Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to one of the craziest games I've seen this last year. Insane game, topsy-turvy. Just one of the craziest games I've seen in a very long time. So, we have d4, knight f6, the Indian game, bishop f4 going for the London system structure. We have b6 going for a Queen's Indian-esque structure, but not quite. We have c4, bishop e7, knight c3, d6, knight f3, g6. So this is now a Queen's Indian structure, fully. We have d5, bishop g7, e4, castles, bishop d3, e5, bishop d2, a5, a3, knight a6, going for the c5 square with the knight, because that's just a good outpost. We have bishop c2, we have c5, which the computer considers a mistake and doesn't actually make sense to me, because I feel like the only reason you put your knight on a6 is to play knight c5, so to, I mean, obviously, apparently that's a bad move, but like it makes much more sense than what was actually played in the game, which is c5. We have bishop g5, just pinning this knight, h6 kicking the bishop, bishop e3, knight c7, h3, bishop c8, just taking control of this diagonal, maybe intending to sacrifice the bishop at some point, I don't know. We have bishop d2, queen d2, sorry, adding some pressure to this pawn, threatening to take it, setting up this very nice battery, which we have king h7, defending this pawn, but the battery is still very nice. We have g4, we have rook b8, we have g5, takes, and b5. So, Alireza apparently gave away the advantage here when he played bishop takes g5, as he should have taken with the knight. So we have king back to g8 would be the follow-up to that, and apparently this is a winning position for white. Don't ask me why, I assume it's because the knight has a pretty good position, and you're going to push the h-pawn at some point. Regardless, we have bishop takes g5, which makes sense, it pins the knight, and it also solidifies if the pawn were to come to h4. But we have b5, which breaks out of the position. Best move in the position by far, and the best position Fabi's had so far this game, really. We have h4, bishop g4, and bishop d1, and all of a sudden, in a very short amount of time, Alireza has gone from a completely winning position to a slightly worse position, which is not a very good trajectory. So bishop, queen d7, building up this battery, solidifying the bishop's position. h5, knight takes h5, knight h4, bishop takes d1, queen takes d1, rook h8, knight f5, g takes f5, queen takes h5, check, king g8, and we have queen f3. No one's gonna take. Okay, and you know what? I take it back. Fabi took. Then we have f6, bishop d2, b4, just breaking in the position, and white's position is kind of falling apart. It's looking really bad now from a completely winning position. His position's completely falling apart. I mean, just look at this position. White has no moves. The king's coming in. The only chance that Alireza has here is, as you can see, Fabi is quite low on time, and Fabi is known for making some significant blunders when he gets low on time. However, Fabi manages to keep hold of the position. He plays just some general waiting moves in order to gain some time on his clock. And then we have this position. In this position, since these two pawns are defended, and these pawns are all going to be won at some point, and Fabi's just up a piece, Alireza resigns the game, And Fabiano takes 1 point. He's now tied for first in this tournament with Gukesh. A very convincing performance from, well, not actually, like an absolutely crazy game, just all over the place. The evaluation changed throughout the game. White was winning for most of the beginning, and then it was drawn, and then slowly Fabiano managed to take an advantage, and then White resigns. Just an insane game that at the beginning you would have been very justified in placing a bet that White would in fact win, and yet White lost. So yeah, that's the game. One of the craziest games I've seen in a long time. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do smash the like button. Don't just press it, you gotta smash it. You need to press it 3 times per second for the next 10 years in order to justify your liking this video. Please do also dislike if you don't like the video. Do leave a comment if you have a comment to leave, and do subscribe if you have a subscription to give. That's it for me today, so thank you. Goodbye.